Yeah, just had a power outage on that. We get that part. If the comic, let me get my train of thought back here. We get that when the comic artist has already signed the artwork. We know that they signed it. They done went to the printer and everything like that. But and where I got this idea from is right in front of our faces. You know why? Because the sports car's been doing this all along. Only thing they haven't done, or in some cases they have done one side of it. When you get a card, in the sports car. If you're a sports car collector, like I am, as well as a reseller, they have a little white area on the card, and they sign that. They sign that card after it has been to the printer. So that superstar may sign 500 to 10,000 of that card. So that makes that card even more valuable because he don't sign that card, after it has been printed. Now let's say John Burns, Mr. Burns, he signs this comic after he don't sign it here. So they have a spot, or he just signs it like Greg Land has signed on the other book I had and early on in the video. But they have an area signed. So let's say Mr. Burns signs 250,000 of these copies. That's a lot of copies for him to sign. But can it be done? Yes. The sports cars players have done this for, years. They have done this. They have signed the sports cards after they done been printed. So the comic industry has not done it. The artist has signed the artwork after. He don't draw on the artwork and paint it and whatever, and it goes to the printer. But they haven't signed it. Only way they sign it, if me or you take the book to the convention, and then they sign it. If you're lucky enough, if they come in your state, your city, or your town, you're lucky enough if they come your way, or if you're lucky enough, you mail it to them and they sign it. If they're not at another convention and you don't get it, it get lost in the mail, or you never get it, or you may get it, or it may be years before you get it. But this way here, if the comic publishers would not, and my thing is, I don't think they should get every one of them signed by the artists, all the ones they print. They should give some of the, like I'd rather buy a blank one where I can take it, and when I say blank, it can already be signed and printed. But one I could take to the artist if I want to meet that artist and say, hey, I want to, because sometimes you just want to go to the convention just to meet that artist and say hi and chit chat and whatnot, just to be in that atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I would pay. Okay, what? I paid what? $5.95 for this. I paid less than that, but I'm saying this is the cover price for it. $5.95. I will pay for a signed book of this $10 or more. A signed book. If I wanted this series here, 10. But there's something else to this. There's one other thing that would make that $10 or even $15 more valuable. A certificate of authenticity that comes with the signed book. So let's say Marvel sells this or DC sells this book. It's already signed again by the artist. Let's say 250,000. They printed 1 million of these. So, but out of that 1 million, they're gonna get 250,000 signed by the artist, or the writer, or the inker of all three, and everything like that. And I would say the artist, and then now hear me out. Now I want to get some clarification on this. Now, clarification is John Burns already signed the book. He already signed the artwork before it went to printing. So the artwork don't went to printing. So now they say, hey, We sending now. If John Burns stays in a whole another country, he stays in a whole another state from the publisher, Marvel. Is it feasible for them every time he does a book to fly there? No. I mean, I would say, hey, at that time, you make it a point or a way where you can mail him, a slip or something like that, or some type of fancy label that you can put on the book. Now, hear me out. And if that's the case, then it might be a point where Marvel, they makes millions of dollars, DC makes millions of dollars. They can fly that particular artist out to sign 200 copies, or when they're having a showcasing of this book with that artist can be there signing these books here. Yeah, is he gonna have cramp in the finger? He better just take him some ibuprofen that day. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think that would be worth it in the long run because it would bring more value to the books, to the publisher, to the artist, and to the collector. Cause the collector, if I buy this book here and I don't want to go, I'm not gonna see John Burns. I never seen John Burns in person. I don't think John Burns had ever been to MegaCon. I don't think he ever been to MegaCon in Orlando, Florida. And am I gonna go to Atlanta or am I going to New York? No, I'm not gonna go way up there. Nah. It's not feasible. But my thing is, and I don't think he would come all the way here. He may, and he might have. I don't remember him coming here to MegaCon convention. Just like Alex Ross. Alex Ross came to MegaCon, back in the 90s, or I think in the late 90s or early 80s or something like that. He came to MegaCon, just when he started getting hot. And he hasn't been here since. I mean, I would love to have a book signed by him, but I mean, he don't come to, like I say, that's the last time I got the catalog. I got the convention catalog when he was here. When I go to the convention, I go to the convention every year. I think I may have missed one convention of MegaCon since they've been open and everything. I remember when MegaCon was in a small room. I said this in one of my videos, when it was in a small one hotel room, and I forgot what artist there. I remember a lot of vendors there. But back to my story on this here, on the not per se this book, but the bringing of the value of the comics. So the whole purpose of Marvel doing these variants, DC doing these variant comics, is to bring value to the comics. This is another way that Marvel can bring value to the comics, just like when they did the bagging of the comics and everything like that. Just like I showed earlier, this is another way that Marvel and all of them was trying to bring value to their books, is by putting them in the backing boards, adding posters, adding cards. This is one way they was trying to bring value to this. The idea I'm sharing now is another way that Marvel, DC, even the independent publishers, alternative comics, alternative comics. I'm going to buy some of their books to sell on my website. Because I listen to the guy and Pete and all that, and I like what the books. I mean, the artwork is killing now. I mean, if you're listening from alternative content, if you hear this message or you get this message, do that, man. Have your artist do this here, man. I might get on your when you do another live video, I'm gonna get on there and make the suggestion to you. And hopefully somebody share this video with you. But like I say, if you would have your artists, when they do their books, after they don't sign them one time and they went to the printer, have them re-sign them and put a certificate of authenticity with every book that they sign. And let's say they publish, you're a smaller publisher. Let's say y'all publish, 50,000 books. You might publish more than that. I'm assuming you do. I'm assuming you may not. I don't know. But if you do, just do a quarter of those, or do half, however you want to do it, and then leave some of the books for the person that just want to go to the convention, meet your artist, and get them signed and everything like that. But here you're bringing more value to the book. So instead of you charging $1.50 for a book, you could charge, $6. Okay, we got a signed book here now, so that brings the value up, and now we got a certificate of authenticity with the book, so that brings more value. So when you buy the book, it comes with a certificate of authenticity, and it comes already signed twice, because the signature of the artist when it went to the printer, and after it came off the printer, the artist signed it again. So that adds value to it twice, because you got the certificate of authenticity and the artist's signature after printing and stuff. So and I think if Marvel or any independent publisher or DC do this here, watch and see if it won't be a game changer in the comic industry. This is just one of my ideals that I'm going to share with you. I got many more to share, but this is one. And I think if you're an independent publisher, or if you're Marvel or you're DC, and you hear this and you act upon this, wow, I think the fans will love it. And if you're a fan and you're listening to this, share this idea with the independent publishers, share this with Marvel and them. If you like what I'm saying, holla if you hear me. This is Anthony Thomas with BSN Collectibles. We're going to talk to you later. If you like what I'm saying, subscribe and hit that bell icon, and we'll see you next time on the BSN Collectibles.com.